And welcome back to Good Morning Vail. This is our Memorial Day edition, and joining me now, I have Ferris Butler, and he is one of the ambassadors for the Vail Veterans Program. Thanks for coming in today.
No, my pleasure, Mark. Great
Memorial
to be here.
Day is, I mean, every day, big days, and around here today, Memorial Day, this is an extra special day for all military personnel, for sure.
No, it is. You're absolutely right. I think first and foremost, I mean, if I was just to say anything to the Gold Star families out there, you're in our thoughts today. I think, it goes without saying any veteran thinks about the fallen on a daily basis, but Memorial Day becomes very special, a time to remember, a time to raise that red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Take a second to reflect, on what they did for our freedom and democracy and make sure we honor their lives.
That's right. So, Ferris, you were injured in Iraq, and you spent time at Walter Reed, and then you came out here in 2009 to kind of experience what the Vail Veterans Program was all about. So kind of tell us about your thoughts on when you first came to the Valley, and then what's happening now, because you just recently relocated here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was injured, very long story short, I was injured 21 December 2006, so coming up on 10 years. Spent 2.5 years at Walter Reed, went through a limb salvage process. Again, a really long story.
Limb salvage process.
Yeah,
okay.
I showed up to Walter Reed with all 10 toes, right? And over a 1.5-year process, had to make some critical decisions through infections, major bone injuries, et cetera, ultimately made the decision to do elective amputations.
Okay.
I can say without a doubt, I remember laying in my hospital bed the first few months there. I grew up skiing on the East Coast. I'm like, man, am I ever gonna, get out on the mountain again? Am I ever gonna go out fishing again? Am I ever gonna go out doing all these outdoor activities that I grew up doing again? And then, as Vail, this was kind of the same time Vail Veterans Program was really building, and everybody kept hearing about it at Walter Reed. And all these guys were going out skiing and mono skiing and doing adaptive programs in the summer and things like that. So to get the opportunity was just unbelievable to come out here for a week, fully integrate, put 2 prosthetics on. And I guess the biggest point I would make is it's not about the skiing. It's not about the mono skiing.
It's the experience.
Yeah, it really is. It's about figuring out what you can do with your new body. You are not limited by any stretch of any imagination. I have a good friend that rides a mono ski through the half pipe better than most people ride skis or a snowboard through the half pipe. So it really, the Vail Veterans Program goes so far beyond, just, hey, let's have a great weekend, some camaraderie with guys. It brings families out. It shows their families what the veterans can still do, whether they're, injured men or women alike. We've got some amazing skiers, service members that have gone off to be Paralympic athletes.
It's pretty amazing.
So it is.
It's pretty
fantastic.
amazing. And like you said, the Vail Valley embraces it year-round. I've taken a lot of veterans fly fishing over the years. You love to fly fish. It doesn't stop you. Nothing stops you except what you think stops you, but you can just push forward and get through whatever it is, right?
That's absolutely
it's all
right.
mental. It's a mental game more than anything.
No, I think it is. It's there's so much doubt that runs through anybody's mind when they have a catastrophic injury initially. It's, what am I going to be able to do again? So, and you don't learn that in the hospital. As fantastic as the surgeons and physical therapists and occupational therapists are at the military installations, you don't figure out life until you get back outside of the hospital. So it's outlets like the Vail Veterans Program that gets people out doing things that they grew up doing, or perhaps never even, I'm sure we've had plenty of first-time skiers that are now avid skiers. So.
For sure, Ferris. Well, time's up. I wish we could talk forever. This is great information. Thank you for everything you did for our country. I'm glad you're just getting after it and fishing and skiing and just moving on with your life. That's wonderful. And that's what the Vail Veterans Program offers to everybody. You can go to their website, vailveteransprogram.org, or you can also dial 970-476-4906. Thanks again, Ferris.
Thank you, Mark.
Ken's got your weather coming up next.